How's it going, Internet Land? This is Zachimus Prime, aka Zachimus Prime, here with another Transformers third-party review. And, gosh, I'm having some focus issues with my camera. Focus, grasshopper! Anyhow, so today I'm reviewing for your pleasure, for your viewing pleasure, the Fanstoys Hoodlum. And, this is, I guess it kind of looks like Hot Rod. So maybe this is their take on Hot Rod, I suppose. I mean, no. Why would anybody think that's Hot Rod? That's just ridiculous. QC30. He did an okay job this time. But yeah, so there he is. Hoodlum, Hot Rod. And yeah, I mean, well, I'll get into the review in a bit, but I'm not going to say that this figure is like freaking amazing or whatnot, but I'm also not going to say that it's just utter garbage. But he's not bad. He's got a few things about him that I don't like, and a few things about him that I do like, and I'll be sure to go over all of them. But yeah, so in the box you get Hot Rod here. He comes with a few accessories. He comes with a gun like this, and he comes with a gun like this, and the sculpt on these guns is pretty good. They are just like covered completely in this really shiny silver paint. I like this silver paint. Like, we get silver paint on, say, like a Has-Tacked-Me figure like this, and it just seems like so dull in comparison. This is good silver paint. That's a good thing about this figure. I'm going to say that's a good thing about this figure. It has great silver paint on the guns and the legs of this dude here. This guy also comes with it because apparently, you know, if y'all remember, we had a Target Master. We had a regular Hot Rod, and then we had a Target Master Hot Rod. And the Target Master Hot Rod had this guy, and he's got... Is that a painted mouth? Or is that... I don't know. There's like a white line in his mouth. I'm not sure if that's painted or if it's just... They didn't paint that. Maybe they primed this area and didn't get that piece of his face painted. Makes him look like he's got teeth. I've often wondered why robots need teeth, you know, since I don't think that they eat, but whatevs. So he comes with one of these guys, and he comes with one of these doohickeys here. It spins freely, even though it's already designed to make it look like it's spinning. It also, in addition to looking like it's spinning, actually spins. That's great. He also comes with an Old Man Hot Rod. Sorry, an Old Man Rodimus head, which is kind of a more scowly, high cheekbones, stern-looking face. This is transitioned out using a screwdriver. This figure's on loan to me from a buddy of mine, so I will not be doing this because I don't want to strip anything out with a screwdriver or whatnot. I do have a really nice screwdriver set. It is nice to use. No, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. He comes with an alternate face, which I'm not going to put in, because it just looks like his Old Man Hot Rod, or Rodimus Prime face. And I guess in Season 3, when he was Rodimus Prime, he still looked exactly the same. So maybe you could use this as your Rodimus Prime stand-in, as long as you don't plan on transforming it ever, because he does not turn into the Space Winnebago. But he does turn into a space sports car. It's an action feature, I'm sure. Wobble, 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 wobble. Anyhow, let's get us all whatever. Let's do some comparison. I want to do this straight away, I guess. I don't know, whatever. Here he is with the Takara Masterpiece Hot Rod. This is not the MP 9 version. This is the MP later one. Came out later. And first thing you'll notice is that Hot rod's significantly shorter. One of the things that people had concerns about with their hot rod figure is that it didn't go with their cup figure or didn't go with their RC figure because they're all like hella taller than this. Because Fanstoys, they're like, we're going to do our own scale. F you guys. And so they did. So this guy always ends up being short. So this guy's a little bit taller and he will stand with them a lot better. I have neither cup or RC with me. Excuse me. I don't have those with me. I didn't borrow them all. But yeah, you'll see that he stands a little bit taller. Big key difference in this mode is you'll see that this guy is kind of like angular here, and this guy is kind of like, well, this guy's blocky, and this guy's angular. And that's definitely one of the good things I can say about this toy is that this part of his robot mode looks better. I think the rest of this guy's robot mode looks better, but this part looks better on this guy. So there he is from the back. Stand straight. There you go. Ish. Whatever. Go home, Hot Rod. You are drunk. You can see he's got quite a bit of junk in the backpack. Hold on a second. My camera's all messy. That's a little bit better. A little bit better. So this guy has a more pronounced backpack. So if you're looking at him from the side, then you'll definitely notice that more. If you're looking at him from the back, you might notice it more. If you're looking at it from the front, you really won't notice it more. But hey, you know what? If you know it's there, that's almost the same thing as seeing it. So yeah. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. I mean, I look at this guy and he's really chunky. I mean, look at how big those arms are. Look at this guy. Like, he's got like small, slim arms, and this guy's got like massive, like bell-bottom arms. And like his legs feel the same thing, feel the same way. This guy's got like, they're not scrawny looking legs, but he's got like slimmer legs. This guy's like chunkier. This guy's just kind of chunkier all around. Like, yeah, his torso, his belly area looks better, but like, oh, hey, look, it is a Fanstoys toy. It has the squeaks. Oh, geez, that doesn't want to stay in place. Anytime I move this, it's like, no, I'm coming out. It's coming out. I don't know. I feel like the engineering on this figure could be better. I feel like the design could be a bit better. Like, I like this right here, but I don't really like anything else on this figure. I don't prefer really anything about this figure over this figure, to be 100% honest. But yeah, so there they are. Colors on this guy are a bit more vibrant. This guy's kind of this like maroon-ish color, and I don't know if that's going to show off well on the camera. But this guy is like super vibrant. Let me turn up the actual light on my screen. Yeah, that might show up. But yeah, so let's get on to posability. So he's got, whoa. Ah! He has swivel here at the head, just a swivel, no nothing else. On the backpack, he has this this bit of wiggle here. I'm sure that's designed in, right? That wouldn't just incidentally be there. I'm sure that's a feature. His arms will go all the way around like so. They'll go out that far, where they smack into part of his backpack. They'll go out that far. Elbow swivel, elbows bend. 90 degrees. Wait. 93 degrees. That's something right there. Forearm, wrist, the forearm wrist. What? The wrist swivels like so. And all four of his fingers are in one joint. It goes open and closed like that. He's got a waist joint that works just fine. Little skirt armors here. This has got moves up. These move out. Nothing on the butt. And with that being said, his leg will move forward that much. It will move backwards that much. And he gets 100% full Van Damme. Thigh swivel here. Knees bend just over 90 degrees. He's got foot moves forward a hell of a lot. Moves back plenty. As much as you need. Got some toe points going on. A little bit of swivel here. And some heel articulation maybe, basically for transformation. I do like this little thruster detail. That's kind of cool looking. That's him for posability. I feel that they probably could have done better on posability. Like, I mean, it wouldn't be difficult to engineer a greater range of motion into either the elbows or the knees, especially since Takara did it like splendidly. Elbows, knees. I mean, it just... And I mean, I don't know how much posability you really need for a figure that, let's be honest, everybody's just going to put him in robot mode, stick him on the shelf with, you know, some other Transformers and never really mess with him. You know, I mean, Fanstoys, they make a good display figure, and that's what this really is. It is a display figure, so I don't know that it necessarily needs to have like super high articulation and whatnot like that. Though, I mean, if we're labeling them just arbitrarily as display figures, he doesn't even technically need to have an alt mode, so I don't know. But yeah, so for his guns, they've got just like tabs right here in the handles. So you'll just plug right into here, close up his fists, goes over like that. He's got one of his buzzsaw thing here. You want to take his fist and put it like this, I want to say. Yeah. And then this will slide over just like so. And it slides right over his fist. You still get a little bit of motion out of it. That's kind of cool. But there he is with his buzzsaw attached to his arm. In the movie, this whole thing pops out of his arm. That's pretty crazy. Let's do his Target Master real quick. Let me get that running. So for his Target Master here, Target Master has got swivel at the head. He's got a ball joint here at the upper shoulder, the inner upper shoulder. It goes like that. He's got a swivel here at the outer upper shoulder. He's got a ball joint in the elbow, which gives him some bicep as long as some movement right here. And then a hinge just below that. His arm will happily go both ways. So no breaking of the arms for this guy. He's like, you're going to have to do better than that. Leg goes forward that much. Oh, geez, that's something I don't like. That scrapes like heavily against the inside of his leg. That is gonna jack up your plastic in no time flat. Goes backwards that much. Goes outwards that much. That's like 20% of a 30% of a Van Damme. Somebody run a protractor through this angle. I'll tell you how much that is. It's like 30% of a Van Damme. He's got a hinge at the knee and a ball joint at the lower knee. So he does get double jointed knee right there. So, I mean, I guess he could go like this and like take a knee. Y'all ever seen that movie, After Earth? It's the drinking game. Every time Will Smith says take a knee, you don't take a knee, you take a drink, and then you're dead from alcohol poisoning by the end of the movie. Little bit of ball joint motion here, but like just like the tiniest amount, and it's really stiff. These are really stiff joints on this. I think that they toleranced these joints and then painted them, and it's just like, oh dang, that plastic does add a couple thousandths, doesn't it? Oh well. So let's get this guy transformed up really quick. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and go shoop. And his head just disappears. I mean, it sticks out the bottom, but it disappears. Take his arm, fold it up, and then just kind of, or maybe we should go like this. Maybe we should go like this. Move his arms up first, and then fold them like this, and then go like that. Yeah. And take his legs. You're going to rotate them at this ball joint here. Here. Tab them together like so. Bend them both up at the same time. And just, they don't tab into anything up here. They just kind of become the gun. And he's got little tabs on his handle here, and it plugs into his hand exactly the same way. And now he's got his target master and a buzzsaw. And he's like, I'm going to target buzzsaw you. Now we've got like target masters coming out that do things other than being guns, like swords and like hammers. But all right, let's get down into transformation. This is the part that I don't really care for. All right, so what we're going to do is, let's start with the legs. So you're going to take this leg here, you're going to pull on this rubber tire. Pull this all the way out. There's a tab right here that collapses. It's actually kind of a cool design. I like that. So you want to get this all the way out, kind of line that up. Put your finger right here as you're pushing that in, and that'll click in. Same with the other side. Tab. Put this tab out. Junk. Kind of line it up. Push it in. Ta-da! This foot here, you're going to fold the heel in. By the way, before I get too much further, I want to point out this is die cast, the thigh is die cast, this chest panel is die cast, and there's a fake, there's a real car hood. This is the fake car hood. This is a real car hood, also die cast. Then you've got like this structural struts in here is die cast. So he does have a nice bit of heft to him. I will say that's one of the things that's kind of fun about this figure. He has a bit of heft, whereas the Takara one just feels super light. And I mean, again, it doesn't really matter if you don't actually have it in your hand. If it's on your shelf probably doesn't care. And if it is going to care, then it's going to prefer the lighter one, let's be honest. But anyhow, that's neither here nor there. So once you've got his toe folded in like that, then you're going to collapse this down all the way down and then fold this back into place like so. Same with the other side. Take this, rotate it around. Yeah, listen to that. Fanstoys quality. Fold that all the way up. We're going to take this panel right here on his butt, bring that down, then tab these together like so. There's this tab here, slot here, yada yada, etc., etc. You know the drill. Tab that together, and then we're going to forget about that for a while. Let's come up to his arms. We're going to take this little panel comes out like so. We're going to pull this out a little bit, and then we're going to yank up on, there's a panel up here on the front of the arm, and that's just kind of come up. And then we're going to pull this, see how I've got that? Now we're going to pull this over his fist. Like so. You want to kind of have his hand slightly open. This is going to rotate around. His fingers are going to go into the slot right here, like that. That is his arm. That's his arm basically done. We're going to do something with his pipes in just a little bit. Don't worry. Be patient. We're going to get to it. So same with the other side. Kind of open this. Pull on this. Slide it over. Like so. Put it into place. And that, as they say, is that. Now he looks like he's got like Mega Man arm guns, kind of. That's kind of fun. All right, it's getting up to here, and oh, I forgot to mention one feature. If you take this and go like this and then flip this part around, he's got built-in sunglasses, his visors. And, you know, I think that if it was less clear, I think it would look better. But a little bit of a bluish silver paint on the back side of that will make that look fantastic. It's an easy fix right there. So what we want to do here is we're going to take his head and just yank on it like that. That'll come untabbed from here. And then this whole thing will kind of just fall apart like that. You want to take this part here, extend this all the way out, and rotate this around, but don't do anything else with it quite yet. You're going to take his arms. This is a part that's kind of obnoxious. You got to rotate this around like so. There we go. Wow, that's actually the easiest this has worked out for me. I've transformed this figure. This is my third time now. So first time I transformed this figure, I had so much trouble with these little headlights right here on the tip of this. These come off super easily. And I was sitting on the couch, and so they came off, and they got lost in the couch cushion. Luckily, I have like a reclining couch, so they fell through to the floor, and I was able to pick them up and put them back on. So it was great. I mean, it wasn't great that they came off, but it was great that I found them. Kind of yank this out. It's on this little double... there's no way to see this. It's on this like little articulating arm hinge thing inside here. And so you just kind of pull it out and it'll kind of fit into place like that. And then you'll notice that there's a tab right here on his shoulder. You probably noticed that right away. Well, there's a slot right here on that. And you're going to take this, you're going to kind of tuck it in there. And it plugs in just like that. And this one went away. I dwell in darkness without you, and it went away. All right, put this back in like so. It's mostly a thing that you do by touch, so that's why I didn't even show it that way. All right, and so we're ready for the next step. So what you want to do is you want to disconnect these backpack parts apart. Jeez, this thing is just getting obnoxious. I'm sorry, this is confusing. All right, like that. Styrofoam. It comes packaged in styrofoam, which I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, when I was a kid, the Transformers came packaged in styrofoam. Yeah, but we stopped doing that because it's obnoxious. So you're going to take this, you're going to fold this down. It's on this like double hinge thingamajig. You're going to put this down kind of. You're going to turn his head sideways. If you keep his head straight, it won't fit in properly. But if you turn it sideways, it will. And so it kind of folds down. Let's go like this. Like that. And then his head tucks under his hood. And it all just kind of folds away. And we're going to take this, rotate this around. And then we're going to push these, will rotate in, that, and that. And then this will rotate out. And then these are going to kind of click together like that. And this all lines up fairly well. Line it up, line it up, line it up. And then we're going to take, there's pegs right here in the side of this upper shell. They're going to go into slots on his arm. Tab, slot, tab, slot. And then these are going to come undone right away. But we're at least going to try to make this work. And that's all in position. So then we can take this and fold this in. Now what's going to happen with this is this is going to come in. You'll see that there's these holes here on his legs. Well, there's these tabs, these peg and tab system here on the inner arm. Those are going to fold, those are going to plug into, oh hey, this one didn't get fold away. I'm stupid. All right, so these are going to plug into those little those tabs are going to plug into those holes. And I'll tell you what, man, this is the most obnoxious part of this whole transformation. Well, almost. So get those lined up-ish. I think that one went. Okay. This is the one that was giving me the most trouble earlier. The last couple times earlier that I was doing it. Earlier. Nope, that one came undone. Great. I don't know if I've been doing something wrong. It's like everything looks right and everything seems right. Everything feels right, but it just doesn't seem like I'm getting these to line up. They don't want to peg in properly. I can see that they're in the right. They're not like too long or too short. Is that in? Is it? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know if that one's in. Yeah. Oh! It's almost. Nope, it's not going. All right, I got it. I got it. Then I hit my infamous time limit. It's all right. I'll fix this all. That panel goes down. This panel goes down. This panel, there's a little tab right here, a little peg up there, and that goes in. And this one here, this pulls out, this flips out, and it comes back. There's this like double hinge right here. Comes out halfway, you flip this out, and then it just goes and pegs in that way. And there he is in his vehicle mode, and it's sticking together kind of, sort of. Oh, I missed something important. Let's open this up. I've got my little doohickey. Pull up that and that. He's got little fake seats that tuck into the back of his legs in robot mode. Yeah. All right, let me get the Takara one transformed up, and I'll be back in just a moment. Tripod. Don't be stupid. Tripod's being stupid. Maybe one of these days I should get myself a less stupid tripod. Alright, that was quick. So, here they are side by side. First thing you'll probably notice is that this guy is a lot more squared off. It just makes ever a chunkier looking car. Not quite as like aerodynamic looking. I don't know. Like they're both some like space sports car thing. You know, I feel like this guy is more streamlined and aerodynamic, futuristic looking, whereas this guy is just blocky. Again, I guess this is more true to the like toy aesthetic. The toy was very chunky looking as well, but it was like, you know, the late 80s, like everything was chunky in the late 80s. Even me, and I was still a kid. But he does have an opening window cockpit and seats inside there. Rubber tires, which some people are going to be like, oh, look, it's got rubber tires. Isn't that great? I personally don't like rubber tires, so I don't find this to be a benefit. So, I mean, opinions are opinions, guys. You know, just because if your opinion is different than mine, then, you know, just go with your opinion, man. But personally, I don't care for it. I don't like it as much as the Takara one. If I had the Takara one, I probably wouldn't pick this up. If I had to choose between the two of these, I'd still probably take the Takara one because I think it's actually cheaper right now than the Fanstoys one. Anyhow, in vehicle mode, you can take any one of his guns, just one though. I mean, any of his guns, but only one at a time. And there's a little slot here, you can peg that in there. So there he is with that gun. Let's get this out of the way. There's with that gun. There he is with that gun. And there he is with that gun. That one doesn't want to go on. There we go, with that gun. And that's it for his robot, for his vehicle mode stuff. The chrome's nice on this. I don't know, like I said, I mean, I don't feel that it looks as sleek. I don't feel that it looks as nice. It doesn't feel as nice. The plastic is nice and solid, I suppose. I mean, it is really plasticky, but it's that, like, you know, chunky sort of plastic that they had back in the 80s and 90s. You know, it feels, why can't I ever get these to line up? Like either one end or the other is hanging out past. Maybe that's the way it should go. Well, maybe that's the way it should go. It's an amazing figure now. No, not quite. But, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say that it's a terrible figure, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's like the bee's knees, like most amazing figure ever, because I don't feel that way either. It's got poor articulation. It's got just chunky proportions. It's got, you know, chunky aesthetics. I mean, you could easily say, oh, well, that means it's more toy accurate than show accurate, and that's definitely a valid thing. You know, toy accuracy versus show accuracy. And a lot of times, you know, I mean, I guess it depends on what you're doing, one way or the other. He does have a smaller backpack. He does have really nice silver paint on his silver accessories. The die-cast adds a nice half. This dude feels super light in comparison to this. But just overall, I think I prefer the Takara one to this. But anyhow, I'm sure you can pick it up. Like I said, I borrowed this from my buddy Matt Billings. You guys may know him. He used to do Titan One Toys. He doesn't do that anymore, else you'd probably buy it from him, actually. But I'm sure there's places online you can find it if this is what your heart desires. If that's what you want, guys, I'm not even going to say no. I'm not even going to tell you not to do it. But as for my preferences, I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. But thanks everybody for watching. You guys are all fantastic. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and be good to each other. See ya. Bye.